The BJP has gone all guns blazing against the Congress party and accused the Congress party of hurting India's image. Union IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav inspected the site of the protest where the Indian Youth Congress leaders had protested in the Bharat Mandapam and called their conduct shameful. Congress party, however, has doubled down to defend on yesterday's protest, with the IYC in fact sharing a poster featuring Mahatma Gandhi captioned "Shirtless Congresi," saying that they are the descendants of Mahatma Gandhi. Youth Congress has continued and has said that they would continue the fight against the Bharatiya Janata Party.
विश्व के बहुत प्रमुख देशों का हेड ऑफ द स्टेट, हेड ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट और कई जाने माने हस्तियां भारत का तारीफ करके एकजुट बहुत अच्छा काम चल रहा था। उस समय कांग्रेस के यूथ कांग्रेस वर्कर्स के कुछ लोगों ने वहां आकर के नंगा नाच किया और सबने तस्वीरें देखी और रात भर इसका जो प्रतिक्रिया आए हैं देश भर से, जितना भी इसका निंदा किया जाए बहुत कम है। ये एक गलती नहीं है, ये एक अपराध है। देश के खिलाफ बहुत बड़ा अपराध काम किया है कांग्रेस वालों ने।
भाई, मोदी और ट्रंप की दोस्ती ने देश का तो सत्यानाश करने की तैयारी कर ही ली है। नौजवान परेशान है बेचारा, लोग उत्साह के अंदर चले गए होंगे। इसके अलावा क्या हो सकता है? तुमने अपमान नहीं करा, दूसरे का माल ला करके अपना बता रहे हो और पूरी दुनिया में अपना मजाक बनवा रहे हो। ये सम्मान कराया तुमने। भाजपा डर गई है कि देश समझ गया कि तुमने देश बेच दिया, देश की समझ में आ गया तुमने देश बेच दिया, इसीलिए इधर उधर के नैरेटिव तैयार करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
मेरे ख्याल से सभी ने यूनानिमसली भर्त्सना की है। जिस तरह से यूथ कांग्रेस ने भारत की इज्जत को दांव पे लगाया, किस तरह से भारत की साख को गिराने का प्रयास किया, इसका सभी ने इसका विरोध किया है और सभी ने कहा कि ये शेमफुल है।
Protest is a fundamental right of the people of this country. So they have protested against the wrong policy of the central government. What's wrong in that? Protest is a fundamental right of the people of this country. So they have protested against the wrong policy of the central government. What's wrong in that?
It's just not the BJP which is attacking the Congress party for that protest. Now the Congress party is also coming under fire from its own allies of the India bloc. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav calls the Congress protest not appropriate and says the protest brought shame on global stage. Meanwhile, RJD MP Manoj Jha has questioned the choice of the forum, while Shiv Sena UBT's Arvind Sawant has said Congress must rethink where to protest. Listen in.
ये सरकार झूठ बोलती है, सरकार धोखा देती है, वो अलग बात है, वो हम अपने इंटरनल उसमें लड़ लेंगे। अब तो पूरा देश जान गया कि बीजेपी झूठ बोलती है, तो उस तरह का प्रदर्शन नहीं करना चाहिए था जिससे फॉरेन डेलीगेट और फॉरेन कंट्री के सामने हमारे आपके देश का अपमान हो।
परेशानियां हैं, लेकिन मैं समझता हूं कि एक समिट में इस तरह से प्रोटेस्ट की, मैं समझता हूं दैट वाज नॉट अ गुड चॉइस। ये एक बेहतर विकल्प नहीं है, बावजूद इसके कि आक्रोश है, लोगों को क्लैरिटी नहीं है, लेकिन मैं समझता हूं दूसरा फोरम चुना जा सकता था।
आपने जो हमारी इज्जत गंवाई, वो गलगोटिया, वो क्या हुआ? वो नेशनल था, वो नेशनल था क्या स्पिरिट? ये तो पहले बताओ। ठीक है, लेकिन भाई राजनीति में लोगों को प्रदर्शनी करने का अधिकार बनता है, लेकिन कौन कहा करे ये भी तो सभी को समझ के करना चाहिए। इतना ही मेरा कहना है कि भाई आखिर अगर कोई देश का समिट हो रहा है, कोई लोग आ रहे हैं, तो उसमें भी थोड़ा सा संयम रख के करने की आवश्यकता है। कौन सी जगह पे करना है, वो उसका एक संयम रखना चाहिए।
Meanwhile, it has turned into a political battle between the BRS and the Congress party in the state of Telangana. In fact, the BRS has alleged that the protesters were linked to Telangana Chief Minister. Listen in.
The investigating agency should probe the link between Chief Minister Revanth Reddy and the protest at the AI summit. While Rahul Gandhi was calling this AI summit as a PR stunt, Revanth Reddy and his followers entering the AI summit at the same time and his main follower from Mehboob Nagar, Narsimha, involving in these protests, look that this was politically motivated to put India to shame on a global platform.
So was the Congress's protest just unsavory? Should they have chosen a better, venue to protest? Is it a democratic right? And can you just protest but disruption at a global forum where India is hosting a global, in fact, a forum? Does this come in bad taste? That's the question that we are asking. Let me very quickly introduce Sardar R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, who is joining me this evening. We also have Dr. Pooja Tripathi, National Spokesperson of the Congress Party. I thank you both for joining us here on the broadcast. Dr. Tripathi, let me begin with asking you, today you saw the kind of protests against the Congress Party and its leaders across the country. BJP is very angry, and forget the Bharatiya Janata Party itself. Your own allies, though support right to protest, have been saying that it is in bad taste, should not have been done at the venue where it was. Do you think it was an unsavory, in fact, decision that was taken by the IYC to protest at the summit?
Good evening, Ankit, and to my fellow panelists. Ankit, I absolutely don't think it. There is a time and place for protest. The time is every time and the place is everywhere. Approved script and sanitized optics with a pre-approved permission is an Instagram collaboration, not a protest. Protest is meant to be heard, to disrupt, to bring shame, to bring issues to the glory. It's the same Bharatiya Janata Party that was protesting in 2010 in Commonwealth, 20,000 people, Nitin Gadkari climbing over barricades. We see World Economic Forum, people jump from the terrace, having taxed the rich. We see climate summits, G7 summits, where climate activists, they rip their dresses off and they protest. We have seen protests for the adult suffrage in USA, where women went naked. Yes, they went naked. We have seen black salutes at the Olympics. We have seen multiple protests. And let's ask this. If you're asking this, you have to be dignified. You have to find a time and place. It's the same mentality that would have asked the Nanga Fakir Mahatma Gandhi to not go in front of Queen in a loin cloth. I think
let me understand this, ma'am. So you are saying that this protest was part of the strategy to disrupt, like the examples that you have given?
To bring issues to the fore. When you say India is being ashamed, is India not ashamed when a minister in Modi's cabinet, his name comes from 400 times in Epstein files, when Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of not just minor crimes of child prostitution, of sex trafficking, and he's asking him exotic island taste in women and giggling and meeting them for coffee. Shouldn't that be...
But may I just remind you, because you mentioned Commonwealth Games, so do you agree now that what the BJP did at that point of time was good? Because if you agree that that protest was in good taste, only then you can argue that our protest was also fine. Because I can give you a host of leaders of the Congress Party who came out and gave statements like this, that the BJP should not have been protesting when the entire world is looking at Commonwealth Games in India.
But did you see Congress government putting up UAPA, going after the activist Nitin Gadkari is freely roaming in the country? I don't think he went to jail for even an hour.
Okay.
But what we see, youth Congress workers are being stripped of. And I want to bring it here again. It takes immense amount of courage, immense amount of guts, and you're back to the wall to go to the jail, to being dragged off from the court and saying Hardeep Puri must resign.
Okay, you've made few important points. Let me bring Sardar R.P. Singh to respond to that and also his views. Sardar R.P. Singh, the Congress party is doubling down on what happened yesterday. They are saying that, listen, your charge of unsavory, look at the protests around the world that World Economic Forum just held, and there are a lot of people, those who were protesting at every place. There were who's who of the world who was visiting the World Economic Forum. Hence, calling them unsavory is just trying to peddle under the carpet the truth or the questions that the Congress feels that the government is running away from.
Pankaj, what truth you said? You just now mentioned some truths which we are trying to rush under the carpet. Come again on that, please. Will you expand that and clarify that? That's more
I
important.
will, sir. The question I just said that the protest is
Use
to
word
highlight.
truth.
Hold on, let me complete, Mr. RP Singh. The protest is to highlight the shortcomings of the government, like the questions as far as they are asking about the Epstein files, Mr. Hardeep Puri and others. They believe that by saying that this protest was unsavory, you are trying to put that on the back burner.
No, you use some word like truth for some charges. I mean, charges and truth is a difference. I mean, you are trying to vouch those charges, or are you trying to vouch those charges? That's the question.
Sir RP Singh, if you want to play with words, I can also every sentence that you speak. Trust me, I'm very good at doing that. We won't be able to go forward.
No,
The question that I said, that's the assertion that they are trying to hide the truth under the carpet. Whether I need to vouch for it or not, that's the expression that I used. Please go ahead with your answer now.
Well, this again, I mean, there's a biased perspective of it of a person who's conducting a debate. I mean, as a panelist, I can say, or Poojaji can do that, but not as a person who's conducting the debate. But
lovely. We start with the first charge on the panelists before we even come to your opposition. But that's good. Let's go ahead with it.
Ankit, but let's understand. I remember of something like Omar Khalid, who said, we'll protest and we'll ensure that India is defamed and shamed in front of Donald Trump and then in front of the world. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what Rahul Gandhi did. 20 heads of the states were here, and then some 100 countries participating in that event. And then Rahul Gandhi sent his people. And they are trying to compare him with Mahatma Gandhi ji. I mean, it's such another shame. But let's understand why they need to protest at the AI summit. There are places to protest. I mean, you don't need to take even permission. You go and protest at Jantar Mantar, you can go and protest at Parliament. We have also protested. And again, something like Nitin Gadkari ji protested against Commonwealth Games. Was it during the games when games were happening? No. Did we disrupt the games? No. Rather, we were participating in the games. So, this is again a very shameless act of the Congress party, an act which can be refined into act similar to what Omar Khalid did against the country. And then I'm hopeful that the law will take its own course.
But Dr. Tripathi, this is something that a lot of people have been questioning, and as I said, even your own allies. One thing is to protest, the other thing is to disrupt. If your intention is to disrupt an event where the nation is trying to put its best foot forward, let's forget about the head of these states or those who came from all across the world. The fact is that there was local talent which was displaying, its ability on this forum. Why disrupt an event like that? There is a difference between your protest and disruption, and if the idea is disruption, then it goes beyond the right to protest.
The idea was to bring issues to the fore. When you don't need an Omar Khalid to embarrass our country. Donald Trump is doing it day in and day out. When he's saying that Modi was ripping us off, we have done a flip. We don't.
But Donald Trump is not the Indian National Congress. Donald Trump is the President of America. He's not an Indian. What he does, what he says matters little less to people than what the Congress party and the fellow Indians do on a global forum, ma'am.
RP Singh's statement of bringing Omar Khalid into the picture, I'm replying to you. Because, when I said, when a rape victim protested Jantar Mantar with just her mother and a social activist to cancel the bail of the rape accused, the police drags her off. Yesterday, a journalist filed in Supreme Court that anything you write about anti-AI impact summit, UAPA must be slapped on it. The protesters for clean air, they were demanding clean air. These were some college students. They were dragged away from India Gate. Where do you protest? Parliament, every day Parliament is disrupted. You don't allow at Parliament. If you say that we will give you time and place to protest, I don't think that's a protest. As I said, it's an Instagram collaboration. Protest is meant to be heard.
Protest could have been heard at Jantar Mantar also if you had the conviction.
Please.
But by saying, you are saying that by going to this and disrupting an event like this, so from tomorrow, the Congress party has decided that every global event, this is how they are going to, in fact, welcome guests in India?
So I am saying it's happening across the world. If you have problem with time and place. Give us. Don't you think that every civil spaces of dissent, every civil spaces of protest are being shrunken in India? Where do you protest
Ma'am,
for?
the list that you read of global events, they give a designated site to protest if somebody has any problem. They don't go inside the venue and protest.
So these were youth Congress workers. They wanted to be heard. I'm repeating it again. उनको जो उचित लगे वो किया, and we are standing by them because it takes immense guts. We know what will happen to them. They know what will happen to them. But it takes, बहरे लोगों को सुनाने के लिए जोर का धमाका होना चाहिए. This Bhagat Singh said before exploding a bomb at the parliamentary premises, and this is what youth Congress went and did. They enrolled as delegates, and I again say
let's not get carried away and get Sardar Bhagat Singh into it, and let's not get people to be equated with Sardar Bhagat Singh. That is something. Let's not do that at this moment. But Sardar RP saying the Congress is saying if the government doesn't hear, then they will have to in fact use such high-profile events to ensure disrupt so that their dissent can be registered.
I'll show you a video of yesterday. This is public telling these goondas and the hooligans and people who are anti-India that you are compromised, and they were thrashed by the people itself. So Congress is not able to understand this. They are trying to create a bogey where there is none. Allow me to complete.
If you believe in law, Mr. RP Singh, then please don't tell us that the public, the people, those who were there beating up somebody, action should not be taken against them. It's easy to blame and label people gundas and so forth, but the fact is, rule of law should apply equally to everybody.
Very nice twist you are giving to the subject, but let me allow me to complete my complete sentence, and I'll come to your just part also, the query you raised.
Go ahead.
Remember that Chowkidar Chor hai, and he was slapped by the court, not only by the court, by the judicial court, but also by the people's court. Then vote chori, something like vote chori before the Bihar election, and all that drama which he did. Again, slapped by the people again. Now again, what they are doing, they will get the result and wait for the time. The outcome is very near. The next Assam election, people will just throw them in the dustbin. Because anything which is against the country, which is against the basic ideas of India, if they do that, obviously people will react to that.
Are we extending it too far? We can talk about the unsavory nature of these protests, but dissent does not mean anti-India. This is not every democratic country allows people to protest. Every democratic country has, at least strong democracies have the gumption and the stomach to in fact take any kind of protest. As I said, it could be unsavory, but calling dissent anti-India?
Then what Omar Khalid did, you're trying to rationalize that also.
How? It's an easy escape, Sardar RP Singh. I won't give it to you. When I ask you a question, you bring Omar Khalid. His matter is sub judice. Court will take. Then we will see whether he is anti-national or not.
So he organized a riot. He tried to create a big bogey on CA where there was none.
That's the allegation that he's facing. He will defend them in court. Why are you talking about that here?
Because what happened yesterday is similar to what Omar Khalid has planned. Trying to defame country when there are foreign dignitaries in the country. When Trump was visiting, he wanted to defame India. He wanted to project India into bad light. When Donald Trump was here. Similarly, Rahul Gandhi wanted to project India into bad light when foreign heads of the states were here. 20 heads of the states were here, and he was trying to project India in the same bad light.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so can I ask you this then? Do you think that only this protest has brought bad name to this AI summit? Not what happened with that university? Not the chaos as far as the traffic is concerned, all these foreign dignitaries coming out and speaking about the disruptions? Or is it because it is convenient politically, this becomes the focal point?
Okay, now what do foreign dignitaries feel about this summit? Let me read out some. Sam Altman, the CEO of the OpenAI. India has all ingredients to be a full stake in AI leader. Roy Jacobs, Global CEO, Roy Phillips. And there's a complete list who have been, again, Cristiano Amano, Global CEO
But
of...
who has questioned
President
India's
of-
potential, sir? I have not questioned India's potential.
No. They were appreciating the summit.
Sure, they were. But there were people, those who were also saying there were traffic disruptions, and then we saw what happened with the Galgotia University case.
Galgotia University was a technical glitch, not a protest, not. Give me a second. Not a reason to defame India. Give me a second.
You don't
sir,
think
please.
that brought bad light to the whole summit?
More than 300 participants were there.
Okay.
Out of which one, give me a second. One did a foolish mistake, and he tried to do that. That's why he was blacked out immediately. He was thrown out of the summit itself, and that sent a message across that we are not going to take any absurdity. But this sort of absurdity which happened yesterday, can it be taken from any Indian? That's what I showed you. That how they were countered by the Indians there itself.
Dr. Pooja Tripathi, don't you see what has happened? The Congress could have, in fact, done what they had to do. The summit was over. You have all the rights to, in fact, make a critique. Every political party should, everybody should. The positives or the negatives of whatever the government is doing. But the fact remains, with the kind of protest that you thought that is going to bring you spotlight, rather than bringing you spotlight, it has taken the spotlight away from every other critique that the Congress party could have made about this entire event. This event was to showcase local talent. This event was to showcase how India is trying to, in fact, build a strong backbone when it comes to AI systems. And this protest by the Congress party, which by the IYC, which you are saying that we are standing wholly and solely behind them, don't you see what it has done? It has taken away every right of critique for anybody else who could have, in fact, made an informed critique about it.
You know, Ankit, since yesterday I am on debate, what they wanted to do, they wanted to bring issues to the fore, and they've done exactly that. With a media
What issue, ma'am?
that is incentivized, with a
Which issue?
What issue?
spaces that's shrinking. Of course it's issue. Indore State, isn't
What
it a
issue?
surrender? They have put a panel on your head to monitor if you'll buy a Russian oil or not. They are just saying Modi was ripping us off.
Tariffs have been discussed. You've been protesting about tariffs. What issue did the AI summit get about tariffs?
Hardeep Puri resigning. That whole AI summit, they were...
And you thought protesting at the AI summit will get Mr. Hardeep Puri to resign?
Is Rahul Gandhi resigning? Why should Rahul Gandhi stay as the leader of opposition when he has signed an agreement with Communist Party of China? When the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation has taken money from China.
All right. Hold on. Hold your breath, Dr. Sardar RP Singh. Hold your breath, Dr. Tripathi. I am completely out of time on this. We tried to, in fact, throw some questions at both of you to try and understand. But the fact remains, as I said, in a democratic country, right to dissent is sacrosanct. But right to disrupt, trying to embarrass your own country, that is something that any protester should think. And that is something at least your own allies, Dr. Tripathi, is trying to say. They are not against your protest. Nobody, I think, in their right mind would be. It's only the manner and the place that has been chosen. I leave it there. Thank you so much to both of you for joining me on the broadcast. With that, we are slipping into a very short break, coming back with much more on the other side. Stay tuned.